Hey friend, if the idea of posting on your stories makes you nervous, I want you to just breathe for a second. I'm going to teach you the very simple 3-part start to get anyone comfortable and successfully into their stories, sharing their business and their products. You don't need to be perfect, you don't need fancy tech, and you don't need to sound like an influencer. Think of Instagram stories as sending little voice notes to a friend. That's it. Low pressure, real life. This is a story formula that you can use every single day, even if you have never put up a story before, or if you're a seasoned pro and maybe just have a little bit of a brain fog moment. Most people only watch the first few stories, so we're going to use the first 3 to 5 stories and make a big impact. So to make these count, we're going to say hello, share our business or product, and then share something personal. That's it. I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. Slide number 1, every single day is a no-brainer. You say good morning. It just says, hi, I'm here, I'm a human. Doesn't have to be complicated. Just say hello. I'm going to give you some more ideas on that. You can show your coffee, say hello with a talking head video. You can take a picture of your selfie out on a walk and share a favorite quote. Just say good morning, tell everybody what you're going to be up to that day. It's as simple as saying, good morning, today's going to be a crazy day. I've got these things going on. Just wanted to touch in before we got started. Here's a pro tip for story number 1. Add a poll or a slider that says something like, coffee first? Yes, obviously, 2 positive options. Or a slider that has a little coffee cup that says, gotta have my coffee first, or couldn't get to the coffee maker fast enough this morning. You can mix it up with things like, how's your morning going so far? Do you have a busy day today? Who's got hockey on the calendar? This is going to tell Instagram that people are interacting when they vote on your polls or use your sliders. If you're not having anybody interact with you for the first little while, don't panic. Simply take it to your team chat, take it to your upline or a friend, your husband, your sister, send it out to a few people and say, could you tap on that poll for me? It's going to help get your algorithm moving. So story number 2, this is where you're going to gently show your product or your business opportunity. No pressure, it's not salesy. It's really going to be used as social proof and a way to show people what it is that you're actually up to. You can show the finished product of your gut health drink or the dirt on the Lumi Spa that you've been cleansing your face with. You can show your favorite mascara or a gel bead from the tanner. You can do a quick video of, this is how I make my gut drink every morning. If you can move quickly to talking heads where you're actively showing what you're doing, how you're using it, talking about why you love it, then this is going to really elevate the trust that your audience has in you. Pictures are great, but video is so much better. They can hear the tone and inflection in your voice. They see your face moving and your facial expressions, and they really get to feel like they know you. You get to bring them along on a journey. Not every story has to be a talking head, but the sooner that you can move to at least one of these story slides being a talking head, the better. I promise you that it's going to move the needle for your story views, your conversions for sales, and again, just building that overall trust in your brand. It could be something as simple as, I'm just mixing up my gut health drink before I get my day started. I've got some messages to get back to. And honestly, this has been such a game changer for my energy because I was crashing at 3 p.m. every day. You can add a simple call to action, like if you're crashing at 3 p.m. too, message me gut and I'll tell you what this is. A pro tip, because we're not leaving slide 2 without one of those, show social proofing any chance you get. If someone has asked you about your product or they've sent you a message letting you know, hey, I just ordered, or you have an inquiry about your business opportunity, any message that is about your business or your product, screenshot that and pop that in your stories, especially when you are on slide 2 promoting your business or your product. Story number 3 for the day is super simple and it gets to be a little bit creative and a little bit fun. This is where you're going to show the world that you are a human and you're going to let them in a little bit on your life. You don't have to get too personal, but you can share something that you are up to throughout the day. Maybe you're heading into the gym for a workout. Maybe you got into your jammies early. Maybe your kids have a game and you're like freezing at the rink again. It can be what you're eating, what you're watching, a favorite snack, your husband's bad habit. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It's just to let that kind of personal flair into your stories and really connect with the audience. Things that feel relatable. You can share, you can add a poll or a slider here as well. I wouldn't do all sliders or all polls on every story, but be strategic, maybe place it on 1 or 2 throughout the day. You could say something like, who else is at the arena tonight? Again, I'm a hockey mom, I'm just using this as an example. Maybe you're a gym mom, or you have kids that play basketball, or maybe you're in the laundry room. Again, you can post that. The purpose of slide number 3 is to build genuine connection. I really want to help you make a mindset and identity shift. Your stories are not a performance. You are talking to one woman. So when you hop on, it's not so much, hey guys, it's more, have you ever? What do you think I should? Things like this make really great questions to ask or statements. If you want to say something, it can be as simple as, I've got to tell you what happened last night. Before I move into some top tips and some things that you can do to elevate your stories, your main goal is to post 3 stories a day. You don't have to limit it to that. I'm going to show you some examples, but you want to say hi, you want to share your product or business, and you want to get a little personal. If you're nervous, not only is that normal, but it's expected. And the reality is that perfection doesn't come from overthinking or overplanning or needing a big script or having all of these ideas handy. It comes from practice. And the only way you're going to get practice is to get started. I'd love to encourage you to do this for 7 days straight and work with your sideline, your upline, your mentor, and have them give you feedback every single day that you put those stories up. Let them know, hey, I've got my 3 up. Can you give me some feedback? Here's some top tips to help elevate your stories, to kind of think outside the box, and some things that will help trigger some creative ideas for you to put into your stories. Talking head wins every time. Again, you don't have to just have talking heads in your stories. That might actually be hard for people to follow, but you can mix it up with talking head, some stories. I'd love to leave you with some top tips to elevate your stories and really help your audience engage and take you seriously as a professional in this industry and take you seriously as an authority sharing your product. The first one, I'm going to say it again, talking head cannot be beat. That means you are recording yourself talking into the screen. And when you do this, it's building so much trust that just can't be bought otherwise. When you do a talking head, there's a couple things that are going to make it really successful and have people really engage into it. The first thing is have your captions on. It's a simple click of a button on your stories. Once you've recorded it, you can YouTube this and how it's done, or ask your mentor to show you where to find it. That's one way to grab their attention. But also the second thing is I like to have a bit of a title line. So if you're talking about your gut health product and the experience that you've had with it, the changes that you've had, then have the captions on. So it's going to generate what you're saying so that people can read it. 75% of people or more watch your stories without volume. And then a storyline or a caption line just summarizes what you're talking about. It could just read across the top above the caption, something like, this is the first thing that I noticed when I started the gut health drink. And then you're talking about that specifically into your stories. I mentioned earlier about sharing screenshots of people's messages that they send you if they're interested. This goes so far in building trust and credibility into your audience. You can show when someone has ordered, you can show when you've received a payment, you can show when someone has joined your team or inquired about your product or joining your team. Anything that you can social proof. You can even share a story about someone else in the business. Hey, this is a colleague of mine. She just made her first sale. She just hit a new rank. She just got a new subscription. Whatever it is, you want a social proof. One of my favorite things to do in my business that seems to create momentum in getting orders specifically with customers is when I get a notification from my Stella app, it tells me so-and-so has placed an order or has placed a subscription order. I like to take a selfie, or, if I'm at the kids hockey game, I'll take a picture of where I'm at right then and there. I put that notification screenshot on top of that image, and I will put below that, Amanda, thank you so much. ILYSM. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for amazing clients. What this is doing is it's giving so much gratitude to my client. It's making other people aware that when you shop with me, I am so grateful for you. But the number one thing it's doing is social proving that people are shopping with me. It makes it safe for them to do it. Humans run on herd mentality. Your girlfriend gets a new long black jacket. Her girlfriend gets a new long black jacket. Guess what? You're probably desiring a new long black jacket. That's just the way that human psychology works. So use it to your advantage when you're promoting your business or your products. If you don't have any of your own, that's okay. There are lots in the boards. There is so many items to choose from for content. And you can simply have your uplines, sidelines. You can ask, does anybody have something that I can use to show, oh my gosh, our team is getting so many orders? You don't have to lie about it. You can just share what's happening amongst the team, okay? We want a social proof that these are desirable. If you have a lot to say on a story, you can actually break it up into multiple stories, and don't be afraid to use links. You can link a product, you can link your, join me on this team. You can link whatever it is that you want, but you can also break it up into different slides. This is an example of something that I did today to highlight the business opportunity. And what I love to do after I've done a series of my business or my product posts is actually find something online to support what I was just talking about. So you can see here, this was my next slide, and it's not for my account, but it's someone else supporting what I'm already talking about, making changes in your life. No one is coming to save you. If you need something, if you need to make more money, it's on you. And I'm using his words and his post to support what I've already suggested in my previous slides. If you can get up those 3 slides a day, say hello, promote something, and share something personal, be real, you are winning. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to do it all together and put it all together perfectly in one day. Start by just getting them up, ask for feedback, and continue to grow your skills from there. Thank you so much for listening into this. You are taking so many amazing steps towards growing the business of your dreams. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be you. And trust me, that is more than enough.